I'm Mai Salazar. Here are the latest stories. Presidential spokesperson ROQUE said the announcement of quarantine classification for the rest of May will most likely be on Friday, May 14. This after the country marked tomorrow, May 13, as a regular holiday. ROQUE said the Interagency Task Force or IATF on Emerging Infectious Diseases will meet the next day to discuss its next lockdown level recommendation to the President. According to ROQUE, they expect the IATF to relay the proposal via phone, then the President will decide if it is approved or not. The current lockdown levels in several areas across the country will end on May 14. Meantime, the government aims to inoculate at least 25 million people within the third quarter as part of its goal to achieve a better Christmas this year. National Task Force Against COVID-19 Chief Implementer and Vaccine Czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said the 25 million would come from the most vulnerable sectors, healthcare workers, senior citizens, and people with comorbidities. For herd immunity, the low target is vaccinating 58 million people, while the high target is administering COVID-19 shots to 70 million people by November. He added that the Philippines' vaccine inventory would increase to 20.5 million doses in June if all deliveries arrive as planned. For the latest news in Congress, House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco raised that the passage of the Bayanihan to Arise as One Act or Bayanihan 3 is necessary as the country's gross domestic product declined 4.2%. Denisa Fernandez shares the details.
House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco said that the passage of the Bayanihan to Arise as One Act or Bayanihan 3 has become more imperative as the Philippines' gross domestic product or GDP dipped 4.2% in the first quarter of 2021. The Bayanihan 3 proposes a 405.6 billion peso fund to spur the country's economy from the slowdown brought by the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 pandemic. A consensus among House of Representatives members grew that the key to prevent long economic downturn is to go big on another relief package. Moreover, Velasco raised that there is an urgent need to address the downturn in the construction industry, which is a major contributor in the decline at 24.2%. Velasco said that the House urged the Executive Department to lead the immediate and full implementation of the Build program under the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte. The Department of Budget and Management and the Department of Public Works and Highways were requested to respond to delays in the government's construction projects to revive the economy. The 4.2% decrease in the country's GDP is the fifth consecutive quarter of declines amid the lockdowns imposed to curb COVID-19 spread. For Golden Nation Network, this is Denisa Fernandez.
We are your voice for change. We will keep on bringing updates and the latest stories. I'm Mai Salazar. Watch these stories on News Force.
Here are today's headlines. Philippines begins rollout of Pfizer-BioNTech jabs. 15,000 more Sputnik V doses to arrive in the Philippines tonight. Department of Labor and Employment exempts United Kingdom from Philippine deployment cap on nurses. House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco says passage of Bayanihan 3 vital as gross domestic product fell 4.2%. Magnitude 5.8 earthquake strikes Occidental Mindoro, felt in Metro Manila. Somalia's low vaccination rate attributed to Ramadan and cultural myths. Fair and balanced news. Comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.